nice it got, really. And then it kind of just went sour. I'll explain. I got really drunk one night. I can't drink anymore, thankfully, but I'll explain that as... I should really just stop talking. I'll explain that as well. But I got very drunk and went to my ex-boyfriend's house and shouted loudly at the window profanities and I love yous. Then his mum came out, sat on the curb, and we ate pizza and she told me to go home, and I never went back. But yeah, this is called I'm a dickhead, but I love you. Look out your window tonight, and you'll see me ranting under street lights, shouting out your last rites to everybody who wants to hear and to everybody who doesn't. I couldn't possibly let you sleep, as you're the reason I love losing it, call is proving it. Manchester Orchestra on a mixtape through your letterbox to document our love lost and how we could fix this because it needs it. Spotlight on me as I shout out how far we've come in terms that are far from holy with undertones of whiskey which doesn't suit me. I'm not the prettiest of drunks or girls. As I shout to the whole world, I've tried to get over you with guys that were rubbish before you and even worse for me after, chasing that happy ever after that me and you had. As one guy shouts, "Shut it, you silly slag," and you open the front door. Sat on the porch floor, saying nothing, but it meaning much more, I continue. At 18, love was sushi dinners from petrol stations, the education of UK hip-hop, Jest, Brain Tats and Kalashnikov, who I wouldn't have heard of. But I couldn't be without now, each of us duvet, completely wrapped up, protected and suffocated in equal measure. The balance beam couldn't be without each other, which at that point was enough. I've told myself over and over that it is since, but it isn't. Such courage. Drank more than the two that I can manage and are at the disadvantage of being at your front door, cards laid out on the floor. Next to the heels that I threw in my parade of affection, and did I mention that I love you? Your head in hands, as I shout out life plans we discussed on drives home, which meant nothing at a time, but now I'm sleeping alone, mean absolutely everything. Yeah. I'm clinging to the hope that at some point tonight I'm going to stumble across something that might remind you to be in love with me, but who needs reminding really? Love needs no reminder. In much kinder terms, I'm hoping to forget you because I need to. Sat cross-legged on your floor, you hand me a tea, put your hoodie around me as I'm dressed inappropriately for a public shaming. We go on for hours, blaming each other for the bits that went wrong and holding on to the parts that were just wicked. Eyes meet in between sips of tea. You don't look at me like you love me, but you care for me as I pull on the strings of your hoodie. Put my head on your lap, knowing full well you're not going to push me to the pavement, even if you want to. Because at this point, if I was you, I'd be changing my address. You're a mess, you say. I'm not sure how things turned out this way, but I find myself on your side. Hurt pride, headache. I'm the best at making the worst mistakes. Barely conscious. And mumble the obvious. I'm a dickhead, but I love you. Thank you very much.